now my goal eventually when the new Animal Crossing game comes out. Oh, yeah. I don't know my anymore. 2, 1. I don't think they hear you yet. Uh-oh. Yeah. We got a slight problem. How do I get your voices to go through OBS? Because they can hear me. Hey everyone, give us 1 second. By give us, I mean give me 1 second. Yeah. No, I got the stream on one headphone. I can't hear you at all. Shoot. When you think everything is prepared. Oh no. I think this has to do with my settings. Sorry, everyone, give us a second. Enjoy paint on the screen. Let me here. I'll let y'all listen to Peyton.
Yesterday. So thank you guys so much. I'm excited to celebrate with you guys next week. More info on that is going to come soon. I don't know how I'm supposed to get to Tron's Island, but I imagine he'll tell us. Also, let me explain the rules. They're also in the description, but I definitely...
Dan, can you say something real fast?
Something real fast.
Something real fast.
Yes! Okay, that worked.
We'll
I'm
try
in the
this
middle of
again.
a pizza. Hello, everyone.
Welcome, everybody. We're live from Chongi Studios, which is a hot mess.
But we love it. We're here
And
for it.
We're here to bring you The Lost Race. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am very excited. I'm excited for the coordination of the red team, frankly. I can see that they're all wearing red. This is very exciting.
Yes, and by wearing red, you mean in real life.
Yes, IRL on the cam, the face cam. Everybody's wearing red. Peyton has on red makeup, which is fabulous. Sienna has a red wig on, and Jelly has a red shirt on, and they're all doing a Powerpuff Girls theme, and I'm here for it.
I love it. My blue team did not coordinate in terms of their real life face cams, but it does seem like their characters are all wearing blue. And they're much more coordinated than the blue team I was on last time.
I can see that as well. We our former red team, we were also not coordinated. I was actually wearing like green or something.
Yeah,
but you know what? Next time.
The outfit coordination when we were doing this for us was last minute, very last minute. We just got like matching wetsuits, and we called that a day.
You guys got matching wetsuits?
Yep, we went out, we got matching wetsuits. And the good enough was good enough from there on out.
See, I didn't know about all that. We had nothing. We were like not prepared. So maybe, you know what, we learned from our mistakes. But now we're commentating.
Now we're here. We were promoted or demoted. What would this be?
You know what? I think this is a promotion.
I'm certainly less stressed.
Yes, me too.
Yes. I want to say hello to everybody who's here. There's over 50 of you here right now.
Hello, chat.
There's a problem, Kay.
Uh-oh, what's the problem?
Only 28 people have hit like.
That does not math. That does not math.
It does not math, and I'm upset. And it's going to, I think, make it really hard to commentate on the race tonight.
I know. I'm so sad. There should be at least 50 likes. At least.
There is 40 now. I think there's some suck-ups in the room who are like, fine. And we have 42. Okay, this is good.
Okay, excellent.
This is good. The numbers are catching up where we need to see them.
I mean, if you're watching on the TV, just get on your phone right now and press the like button. That's all I'm asking.
I want to give a shout out to all the mods in chat. There's only a couple of you. Chris Bell, Star Chart 14. We have Awful Gaming. We have Mako, Mama Cat, Jeanette, Dragon Slayer's here. Angela's here. We have Starlight and Awful Gaming and Neptune and Copper and Ryan and Christy and Jacob and M Joy and Mark Juan's here.
If you read these names, we'll never get to start.
Those are just the moderators.
Welcome Mod Squad, the best mod squad on YouTube. This is the safest chat in all of Animal Crossing YouTube.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing how quickly our favorite YouTube bots don't last in chat. That's
you know what? I haven't seen any of those bots around in a while. I think YouTube put the smash on those.
They have been doing a pretty good job. YouTube has released recently a statement about that. They basically said that they're going to disallow certain characters to be used in names, finally.
Yes, which is wonderful.
Yes, shout out to YouTube. So folks are slowly arriving to the island right now. We only have one cam up at the moment, but that's because Trongy is sweating and sweating and sweating all over his keyboard as he invites people to the island. Because it's
always chaotic if everyone's trying to arrive at the same time. Orville is very busy.
We're going to give Orville the credit, Trongy. By the way, everybody, happy birthday to Trongy in chat, please. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Really a big sacrifice that you're making here, spending your birthday organizing this chaos. That was a good impression of the Animal Crossing birthday song.
You're welcome. You know what? 4 years of undergraduate music school and then 2 years of grad school. It's good for something, you know?
That worked out pretty well.
It's good for something.
So far,
I do like that birthday song.
It is good. I think that should replace the real happy birthday song.
Same. All right, Meg Games has arrived. Welcome, Meg.
Excellent. We have, I think Jelly Crossing's here. Jelly Crossing is in the building as well. We have.
Nice.
I think Peyton is here as well.
I think was Peyton first? Who was first?
I think Peyton was first.
We were talking about who was going to be first before the stream started, and it looked like Peyton was. She had her finger right on the button, I think.
I'm like that too. I get things typed in, and I just have my button finger hovering over the button. We never introduced the teams.
Yeah.
We just started saying names.
So how are we feeling? So on the red team, we've got Peyton's Corner, we've got Sienna Crossing, and we have a Jelly Crossing.
And on the blue team, we have Ashley's Cove, we have Silly Heather Plays, and we have Meg Games. All the names are on the screen for your convenience. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this get started. What do you think your red team is going to do tonight in terms of strategy? If you had to make a bold prediction right now, like what do you think their strengths are going to be? What do you think their weaknesses are going to be?
I think red team is going to work together really well. I do think they are going to do a steal strategy. I have a feeling, I just have a sinking feeling they're going to just do the wait and steal, you know?
They're going to let the blue team do all the work.
Yes.
And they're going to get into the base and just start scooping up flowers.
That's the feeling I'm getting. You know, that's the feeling I'm getting. What do you think? What do you think of the blue team?
Well, playing into your hand, I think the blue team will indeed go out and immediately start looking for lilies. And I think the red team will too. I think the red team's going to go and like on the way to their base, look for some maybe, but I think you're right. They'll probably just chill. And then the blue team is going to go out and think, wow, this is easy. You know, we got this.
Absolutely. And that's where I feel like our team fell apart last week, is that we were like, oh my gosh, I found so many lilies. And then I planted them and then boom, stolen.
Who would do that?
I don't know who would do that.
Yeah, gosh, rude
Especially
people.
when some players look like other players. It was not confusing at all.
That does get a little confusing. So for those just joining us, welcome. We are waiting for everybody to arrive over on Chong's Island, and we are getting close.
Yeah, I think we got one on the flyover right now. Nope, 2 in the flyover right now. And Sienna's still trying to get in. Oh, and Jelly Crossing doing the flyover right now. It is tough.
Yeah, Sienna is, I think, the last person here who you're seeing on the screen now for getting over to the island. And interference is happening, but it's almost time.
Hey, if you ever try to go to Treasure Island, you're used to this, so, got this.
I've not been to a treasure island.
It is a long process.
I imagine even being on a treasure island is a long process.
It is a
people
lot.
Are constantly in and out.
It is rough. The first time I went to a treasure island was a few weeks ago, and it was really fun, but let me tell you, a lot of waiting screens.
Yes, I can only imagine. That's probably the main reason I don't go. Plus, I'm not a cheater.
Me neither.
kidding.
What are you trying to say?
Cheater.
Cheater.
You cheat at video games.
For the longest time, I didn't time travel at all. Like, for the longest time.
I used to. So as a kid, when I got Animal Crossing, I time traveled. Once I discovered you could do that. And the thing it did is it ruined the game for me immediately because it was too much power.
Yeah.
And so as a child, I decided, no, never again. And now the only time I've done it in New Horizons is for villager hunting on my second island. And I kept a plot opened. And only some regrets.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of relate to that. I have one island in which I never time travel, and then the others are kind of like a free-for-all.
I was saying this today. Well, I was streaming earlier, and I was saying this today. I think when you get to a certain point and you make enough islands and you keep deleting them and you keep starting over, you have no choice but to time travel. It's silly to play throughout the year, and you have to do it.
Who would have time?
No one would have time. No person would realistically have time. And I've seen some incredible islands, and the incredible islands I've seen are like, I don't want time travel to be like outlawed by Nintendo in any kind of way. Not that they said they would, but in an imagined world where they can prevent that, I would hate that because there's so many incredible islands that we would just never have gotten to see.
There really is. And this is now, I feel like, a design game because I feel like it just forces you to time travel.
Yeah, it is like a big design simulator. I've seen many people actually say there should be like a creative mode, and I completely support that.
Yeah.
Creative mode meaning unlimited items, just like in Happy Home, except for outside decorating too.
I need that. I need that in my life so much.
Or those here who are looking for what our screens might look like, Kay and I, you can go into the description below and literally open every single link you see.
It's wild.
And spread everybody's videos on your monitors and get the full picture of all the different streams running at the same time. It is a headache. I will tell you that right now. This is too many streams.
It's a lot, and I've popped out chat as well for this stream. So there's a lot going on. But it's fun. It's kind of like watching multiple football games or whatever.
I do feel like I'm in, someone said this is very ESPN pregame, and I feel like I'm in their like studio right now.
Me too.
A lot of screens up, a lot of movement on my monitors right now.
I only have one audio on, but like it's the audio of like everyone together on Discord, so it's a lot.
Wait, what audio is that?
Well, I'm listening to Peyton, and Peyton has everybody, not everybody, but everybody in their team on a Discord call, so there's just a lot of voices.
Okay, got it. I was like, wait, is there a feed I don't know about?
No. So it's pretty fun.
So right now, it looks like everyone's just kind of hanging out, entering Trongy's house, taking a tour. Everything in there is nice and sparkly. I've noticed already the island has seen some changes since the last race.
It pays to be curious in this game. So let's see how curious the teams are going to be this week. It pays to be nosy and to look in every single nook and cranny. There are definitely some secrets.
And interesting you say nook and cranny. It's almost as if you're hinting at something.
I don't know.
But spoiler alert, a little behind the scenes info here. Trongy's giving us like nothing. We don't have like a lot of secrets to share, unfortunately. I asked, but Trongy's keeping us in the dark too, which is not fair because we're supposed to be commentating this race.
We're supposed to be omniscient.
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent.
I was gonna take an attempt there. I got afraid. I'm like, I could screw this up too.
That's a word I haven't used since 7th grade.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know when the last time I said that was. My tongue hurts.
Okay. They're all in Churong's house dancing in the party room, and I'm living for it.
I need to see some fighting here. What's going on? Like, why isn't there more?
There's too much friendship going on.
Yes.
We're in a war.
The ladies using face cams are dancing with their characters, and I'm seeing the blue team just kind of chill with them. What's going on here? It's
too friendly. There has to be more smack talking and a lot more fighting.
Yeah, no, this is not what I signed up for.
This is not acceptable.
I am here for destruction of Trongy's Island mostly, and chaos.
And chaos, exactly. That's what we're here for.
I want friendships torn apart. I want pitfalls to be dug up with people's legs.
Right.
And I want the justification for the band-aids on some of the people.
That's
playing.
the kind of energy we need. We need less KK disco and more KK fights.
Yes, thank you. Drama, says Mama Cat.
Drama,
exactly.
Yes.
So, Trongy.
Way too much fun.
Trongy is outside with Ashley's Cove, and everyone they're waiting for everybody else. It's just like stuffed in Trongy's basement.
They're having too much fun. You guys are partying way too hard, red team. Come on out. Okay, everyone's coming out now.
This was their pregame celebration. Everyone had some drinks.
That's right.
And now the fun can begin. I was gonna say it reminds me a little bit of, but I can't think of the movie. But there's a movie where there's like a big epic showdown with a bunch of people going into an arena, but they kind of butter them up first. Did that happen in Hunger Games?
That sounds like Hunger Games.
Yeah, so everyone's like getting buttered up right now. Cozy with the other team.
It is Hunger Games. Yes, there's a party before. They serve them like really nice food. They get them all like made over. Yes.
Yep. That's what it was, and that's what we need to see right now, and that's I think what we just witnessed, and everybody is getting ready. So Trongy has taken out the wand, and it's just off screen right now. So Trongy's really smart. You have programmed instructions into your wand, so you don't have to type, which is really, really smart. And now everyone is being asked to friend Trongy. For Animal Crossing novices, you have to befriend people on their island if you want to do things like dig stuff up. And for this game, that is very important. You need to have shovel privileges on this island.
Shovel privileges. I like that.
And axe privileges.
I'm looking at everybody's pockets. There's turnips. There's lots of golden tools.
Oh, yeah. Good call on the golden tools. I brought myself
pitfalls.
A lot of pitfalls. Golden shovels and 2 axes, but I'm seeing 4 golden shovels right now on Ashley's Cove's camera. And
pockets open.
3 axes. Oh yes, pockets open for everybody.
There's poppers. There's a balloon for some reason. There's lots of food. Tiana has a billion cookies.
Oh, it's all cookies.
And a lot of plain shovels and axes.
So a lot of prep done by both teams, it looks like. I love seeing the open pockets because we get a real good insight into everybody's like personal strategy.
Yes. Jelly Crossing has food and golden tools and 30 pitfalls.
I think, let's see. So everybody on the blue team has brought golden tools. And it looks like only one person, Sienna Crossing, did not bring golden tools, but brought an abundance.
She has many shovels.
Of scrub tools, yeah.
Scrub tools. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Yes, golden tools do last longer. Yes, they're more expensive, but that is the benefit of them. They do last longer. I brought 2 of each last time and did not lose one of them. I still have all of them. I'm probably just going to pull them out of storage for the next round. I'm going to be honestly, which might
Need
be
one.
something that bites me.
Golden tool, I think. Like, oh, people are already falling in the pitfall. We haven't even started, ladies.
Once the game begins, which will be soon, Trongi is going to be in the background switching screens. So you won't only be seeing the one screen you're seeing right now, that is Sienna Crossing you're seeing. You're going to see multiple perspectives from the stream. But as I said, if you want an even richer experience and you have the monitor space to spare, the links are down below. And while you're on those channels, you should especially be subscribed.
And give
hit
a
the
like
button. And in the case of Ashley's Cove, you can hit the follow button because that's going to be Twitch.
Absolutely.
And you can subscribe. I mean, that's, spend money there. Why not?
Little bits.
Some bits.
If you have Prime, it's free to subscribe.
That's true. That is true.
I love that Prime sub.
So we see Trongi kind of giving the final instructions. A 15-minute timer will be imposed at the end of the game, basically. So once an hour passes, a 15-minute timer is going to pop up. And that's the last bit of time everybody has to get everything they need. They got to get their flowers planted out of their pockets. I've learned that. They need to be like on the ground.
Yes, you
not in
can't
their
hoard
pockets.
them. You can't hoard them.
Yeah, they don't get counted if they're in the pockets. Not sure who would make such a grave mistake at the end of the round.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. Was that you?
That was me.
But you guys still won anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It was cool because so I had 2 of your flowers.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, and I didn't plant them. So you lost 2 points, but we did not gain those 2 points.
It was a shame. It was a shame.
Well, what freaked me out was Wilbo just started barreling, like busting down our front door. And so I was going to go plant him, but I got freaked out. I'm like, oh, we got to sit here and keep him out. And
Wilbo
then,
brought the chaos.
Yeah, and then that was it. Like the timer had run out.
It was very chaotic.
So that was all the VODs for that last round are up on the internet.
They're wild. I don't know why Kang thought we had a chance. He was like, we got a lot. We're winning. And I'm like, I don't know, bestie. I think we had a lot stole.
I honestly don't know how we won. I was certain, especially there was one point in that night. I was certain we lost.
Oh, and I wasn't. I knew we were screwed.
So I think, let's see. Yep,
All right,
Trongi's starting to count down. Are you coming to count down on the mic too? Oh, you were just letting us know. Got it. Okay.
Starting in 3.
Oh, okay.
2. Nice.
We're on a delay, so I think you've already
it is
started.
a little bit of a delay. All right. And we have a start.
It is.
There goes everybody.
It's liftoff. Red team.
Good luck.
They coordinated their way out of their chairs. I'd love to see that.
You know what? I have a feeling these ladies are really down with the strategy. All right, we're already picking up pitfalls on Peyton's stream.
On the blue team side, everyone's just kind of hanging out at the base. There's not a lot of hustle. Just kind of chilling.
Maybe the blue team are not worried. Maybe they just are more casual playstyle.
We have Ashley's Cove chomping on some turnips. So
Nice.
something's happening there. It looks like Silly Heather Plays is in the woods, already used one of their turnips.
Nice.
And Meg Games chomping on some turnips as well. So, okay, blue team is just being methodical.
Peyton has been already duped by the first fake lily. Too bad.
Yes, there are fake lilies.
It's very mean.
It's stupid is what it is.
It's cruel.
Yes.
Cruel.
All of our racers are in various parts. Now I was feeling comfortable and now I'm not because I'm starting to look everywhere to see what's going on. It seems like Meg Games is stuck on the beach and never mind, has unstuck themselves, but is traveling down the side there, the right side of the island, and I think making her way. Meg Game's making her way to the blue base, as is Ashley's Cove and Silly Other Place. It looks like the blue team is doing what we did, which was find our base. Let's just get acquainted first.
The opposite of the red team strategy, no one has found their base yet. They're just picking up pitfalls.
So wait, they're not placing pitfalls, they're picking them up?
They're just, well, Peyton is falling in pitfalls and also digging them up. I'm not sure what's happening, but seems like a good strategy, possibly. I don't know.
I get them out of the way early, I suppose.
I suppose.
Blue team seems to be, out of sorts. I'm not going to lie. I like the blue team. I have a fondness towards the blue team, but they've left Silly Heather Plays to explore in the woods, and
everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah, so you're seeing Silly Heather Plays right now in the woods. Ashley's Cove, though, and Meg Games are just kind of out hanging by the ocean with someone from the red team, and they're just kind of sticking together. They decided not to split up.
Peyton is digging up palm trees.
My thought actually is that these two blue team members are actually trying to find an easy route to the red team's base. I think they're going to hide out over there.
Oh, maybe they're doing a stealth run to the red team base so that they have an easy route there to go and do a theft.
That strategy might work. That means they can carry up to 4 lilies out of the red team's clutches.
I see. But the red team has yet to find a single one yet, right?
It does appear. I haven't looked too much.
Oh
at
wait,
the red
no,
team.
Jelly has 2?
What?
Yes, Jelly has 2. Jelly has 2.
That was impressive. I did not even realize. I think Jelly might be the only person who's found some. I'm not looking at the red team as much as I'm looking at the blue side.
All right, Jelly has 2. She has found the base, and I don't know if she's going to bury. Oh, there's a pipe. There's a pipe at the base. How interesting.
There are a number of warp pipes hidden around the island, and you'll notice that the pipe is inside the base. This is a terrifying concept to me.
That is wild. I don't know what I would do. How do you deal with a pipe right at the base? What do you do?
I think you have to hide your flowers. I think you have to hide them way outside your base. And if you get too comfortable inside your base, you're going to run into trouble. Here's the problem with the pipe in the base. If you don't block that off somehow, you are going to have somebody able to come in there. You can do what Silly Other Plays is doing right now and try to block off the different entrances. But what Silly Heather's doing is actually picking up the flowers and the bushes around the pipe, which is unblocking it, and then moving them to various parts of the base to keep people from being able to get into certain areas. So if you don't keep that warp pipe blocked, you are going to be in serious trouble later in the game when people realize, oh gosh, these bases certainly are hard to get into. What can I do?
All right, red team has started to barricade the west part of their base, and it looks like blue team has done some barricading as well with some bushes.
It does appear that blue team is in defense mode right now.
Defense mode is, I think, a good play.
Yeah, we were very defensive when we played. We put blocks everywhere we could and just focused on one entrance to our base. And I think the blue team and the red team can do the same now if they choose. I think they're keeping that pipe opened. Silly Other Plays just jumped in the pipe and came out into the red base.
Oh my goodness. We have an infiltration from the blue team on the red team base. What is the red team going to do?
If you don't block off those pipes, this is what happens. The blue team has invaded the red base.
Oh my gosh. Did the blue team get one? I believe that they have.
It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell.
I can't tell if Heather is... Oh, Heather got it.
Oh, Heather's going for it.
The lilies that Jelly had found. You were right. I think it was opposite. Sorry, it was the opposite.
It was the opposite.
Yeah, the red team went out and the blue team bided their time, and now they have 2 lilies that they have stolen from the red team. The red team is completely clueless to this. They are not here to defend their base. They have left the building.
Red team is not defending their base. They are out in the wild, and the blue team is next to Sienna, and I think she's trying to do a little bit of a block, but I'm not sure exactly what is happening.
Silly Heather, capturing those roses, or lilies rather, has found another one, but can't pick it up because she has 2, and is also kind of trapped right now. Kind of in a bit of a maze. I would have kept going through the pipe until I was back in my base personally, but I'm very stubborn.
I've been down in that maze before, and it is very confusing, and she may take a long time to get back to the base. This may give the red team some time to come back.
It certainly could. The red team is going out and they're just looking around for lilies still. Maybe the fact that they've gotten some stolen and they're not super worried about it is actually going to play to their advantage because they're not running around trying to...
Team has found the blue team's base. They have gone in through the pipe. Jelly Crossing is there. Let's see if she can find some lilies. I don't think the blue team has planted any yet, though.
I have not seen the blue team plant any lilies, but Jelly has indeed invaded and has 2 lilies on her person right now. So even if she found any, could not pick up any more because the rules state that you may only have 2 lilies at a time.
So not really sure what she's doing here. I think just a little exploration. But she's got to go back to she's got to go back.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2 different screens that might be out of sync with one another, but I'm seeing Ashley's Cove on the blue team island kind of like blocking off the pipe right now or unblocking it. And
I can see there's pitfalls and bushes.
Let's see. I'm going to refresh the Ashley's Cove stream because I think it got delayed a little bit. Meanwhile, Meg Games and Silly Heather are trapped in various mazes across the island.
That's a real bummer because that's a huge slowdown. You can't look for lilies. You're trying to figure out how to get out of the maze. It is very frustrating. And then you can't help your team, so they are disadvantaged at the moment.
There could be some lilies lurking in there, but
that's true.
Yeah, every little maze I went through did not yield many results.
Nightmare. All right, Peyton has gone in the pipe. Let's see where she comes out. Okay, not on the blue team's property, but she's in like a campsite area. Where did she end up?
I think Jelly Crossing is going for one of the lilies right now that we earlier saw, I believe, Heather walk by, but cannot get to them and decides to go back into the pipe. Meanwhile, we're looking at Peyton's corner right now on the screen, who's raiding a local farm. I think all the streams are delayed, so I don't know what you're seeing, to be perfectly honest. But it's okay. Right now, not a whole lot going on the blue team side. Ashley's Cove just kind of decided to, hang out, just standing guard by the pipe. Meg Games.
Strategy. You got to have somebody place, on guard there,
It is a good point. And Silly Heather and Meg Games doing all the work out and about, which is a valid strategy as well, keeping somebody behind to just make sure the homestead is safe.
Yeah, that's what we did last time. It didn't work really well for us, but it worked good for a while.
Silly Heather planting some bamboo and then back at the entrance, basically, where the games all began. So everyone just still searching on my end. How about you?
Not sure what they're doing over on the red team. They're screaming that, Peyton is about to dig up a lily. There's one I can see behind Peyton, but I think she's got 2 right now.
Yeah, Peyton's found a couple right now, and if she's smart, she can get to the base. Fast, I meant to say. Sorry. If she's fast, she can get to the base, and no, she's going for it. So maybe she only has the 1.
Maybe. Oh, I think she's only got 2 in her pockets, so I think she's going to go back to the base.
On the blue side, still, there's still a lot of searching, a lot of getting stuck.
And there is some invasion on the red side of the blue team.
The red?
Is
what?
that the red team? I can't tell.
Which one are you looking at?
Oh, never mind. You know what? I just realized they are Powerpuff Girls themed, and they have on the different color Powerpuff Girl dresses. I just noticed that. That's adorable.
Yes, that does make it a little bit confusing. So the red team has someone in blue, someone in red, and someone in green because they are dressed as the Powerpuff Girls.
That is actually adorable. I didn't notice.
And then the blue team is perfectly coordinated with all their outfits.
Love it.
It does seem that Silly Heather has 2 lilies in the pocket still, and then I was looking for the pockets of the other 2 blue members, but I missed them just briefly. Just missed them.
It looks like Meg has 1, and Peyton from the red team has 2, and is working her way back to the base.
I did notice Sienna has 1 as well.
Exciting.
By the way, tonight's festivities, brought to you by The Roost. Next time you're in the mood for a cup of coffee, stop by The Roost. It is literally your only option.
And always get the pigeon milk.
Yes.
There really is no choice.
There is a choice, and it's not yours to make. It will be decided for you whether or not you even have the option to get pigeon milk.
Always get the pigeon milk.
Yes, when available. Pigeon milk when available. When it's in season.
What do we think the flavor of pigeon milk is? Do we think it's sweet, sour, tart?
Bird poop.
Ew.
I know it's controversial, but I'm sorry, okay? There's not much else it could be. I'm sorry if that upsets anybody. It has upset some people in chat. I do apologize.
Well, now I'm off my pigeon milk now. Now I can't have it anymore.
You just told everyone there's no choice.
There is no choice. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Anyway, meanwhile, in the race, Ashley's Cove has found a really pretty area, actually, in front of the museum, just kind of hopping around.
Lovely scene.
Different areas. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. Hoping that she manages to find some lilies over here. It does seem like, in case you were wondering, Silly Heather is leaving the blue base or protecting it. Could be either one. And then Meg Games just kind of hanging out, looking in the woods as well. So we're in a lull right now. No one invading anyone's base.
Well, here's a risky move. A red team planting their lilies. So I don't know how they're going to protect all of these. There are pitfalls all around, but how much time does that give you, really?
I think each pitfall is about, maybe less than 10 seconds. If people are really scrappy, they can wiggle their way out pretty quick. And yeah, that could cost you. That could cost you dearly. But at the same time, if you don't plant the lilies, you can't pick up more. So what is one to do?
That's true. It is a debate. Jelly Crossing has found a pipe, and she's on the blue team's base.
Oh boy! So the invasion has occurred. Jelly Crossing in the blue team's base, and the blue team is busy defending their right flank. And maybe Silly Heather's just noticed. Oh boy! And a battle commences.
It is a battle. She's looking everywhere for lilies, not able to find any.
Jelly Crossing trying to get away.
She's in a pitfall.
And there she goes. But did she manage to get a lily?
She did not. She's leaving. She's out.
With 2 blue team members standing by, the heat was too much. Jelly got out of the kitchen.
That was very close. I thought she was going to be stuck in that pitfall cycle forever.
There are a number of pitfalls. They need to be making better use of bushes here. I'm sorry. They've got to block this pipe. It is causing a lot of headaches. If you're going to leave the base, you must block that pipe.
The good strategy is to block the pipe and have one exit and entry for members only. Have somebody just sit.
So I do see Meg Games planting 2 lilies. A little bit sneaky. It's behind one of the, what would you call it? Terraformed kind of like areas in the blue base. So it is going to be hard to see. It does seem like the red team's doing the exact same placement on their base. So
well, I thought that would work for us as well, and it did not.
Yes, this strategy of hiding the lilies within your own base is unfortunately not what we mean when we say you got to hide your lilies, because you can hide them outside of your base pretty effectively. Of course, you're not there to kind of guard them, so it is a risk still. Interesting to see blue team taking advantage of bamboo.
That is interesting. And they are still talking about finding lilies. They have planted some trees in front of their arches, hoping to block that off. But unfortunately, the trees can be dug up by the other team.
I was saying after the race ended the last time that it's very fortunate no one on either team realized you could get into the front, because I must have walked by the front of your base so many times thinking, gosh, I wish I could get in there.
I was scared.
And did not even think that those trees were movable. For some reason, I just assumed those were just a wall.
It's an Animal Crossing brain thing, you know? You don't go to other people's islands and dig up their trees.
Yes, that's how you know I'm a good guest.
You can always be trusted with Dan on your island.
Yep. So we're seeing the blue team kind of plant, it looks like extra trees throughout their base, which is an interesting strategy.
It is an interesting strat.
I think what they're trying to do is make their base annoying to maneuver in. But again, the downside being, if I'm right, they're making it annoying for themselves.
Yes.
But another thing I'm noticing too, and this is very smart, they are blocking the jump points into their base. You can see this on Meg Games right now on their stream. They're
That is an
blocking all the
excellent
points.
strategy.
Yeah, and they're just using holes. They're not using entire shrubs. So
Brilliant.
it's a lot faster getting in and out. And oh boy, Ashley's Cove has disconnected from the server, which means
Oh no.
things are about to get dicey.
Uh-oh. Yes, I can see the shovel just spinning and spinning and spinning.
We do have our first disconnect of the night.
Oh, how unfortunate. Oh boy.
It does appear that the folks still on the island are confused. They're stuck. And then someone quietly left. The game persists.
All right.
Ashley's Cove must very quickly make her way back to the island as fast as possible.
Yes, we've got to get her back connected so that she can get back on that defense.
The blue team down a member for the time being.
Now, what happens now? Does everything stop, or do we just keep going?
I believe the game continues unless, the ref can come in here and tell us otherwise. The game continues.
All right, the game continues.
It's
Advantage red team.
It's not fair, but it is the way it is.
It's not fair.
The red team at a huge advantage
Brutal.
right now. They are able to band together, perhaps. Who knows? And take all the things.
Brutal.
Ashley's Cove making her way back into the airport. Orville will be sure to talk her head off on her way into the island. Fortunately, everybody's in a loading screen. I don't know what's happening right now.
Ashley's Cove stream, but there's nothing happening.
Ashley's Cove is back in her own airport. Everyone else is pouring out of Trongy's. Okay, right, because someone quietly left. So okay,
I guess I have to reload it.
It looks like your red team has just sprung right back into action. They're running.
Oh boy.
They're running to their base.
They are going to take advantage of this advantage.
I think they're going straight to the pipe.
I mean, they would have to. They would have to take advantage of the steal.
Strongy says the timer's still going, lets everybody know that, oh no, this is not a just system you're living in. Blue team, you still need to work. And in fact, a third harder than you did before.
Well, in the real world, it also is not fair. So kind of a parallel here.
Yeah. Things happen. Things go wrong.
happen.
And the world does not stop spinning for you.
That's right.
Blue team.
So sorry. Harsh lessons.
Yes. The red team is regrouping right now with Sienna Crossing springing into action, looking for places to... Oh, Sienna Crossing have 3 lilies in her inventory.
Wait a minute. That's a foul.
We have a cheater alert.
That's a foul.
Sienna Crossing, I just noticed that.
She has planted one back.
What happens to cheaters, Strongy?
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do now? Okay,
Yeah.
Sienna. All right, she's back in their base. Oh, someone's coming. Ashley's coming back,
Oh boy.
which will interrupt everybody. Stop everybody for a second.
And everyone gets to take a breather now. It's okay.
This is
Ashley
a
is
little
returning.
tiny break.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Oh,
of you.
okay.
That's at least it stops for something. I'm heckling everybody I can. I want to remind everybody that tonight's race is brought to you by the Able Sisters. Able Sisters, when you need threads, we are the only game in town.
Only game in town.
True. That includes like dish rags and stuff too. You just rip up their clothing and use it for whatever.
But Kix has shoes, you know.
But not in town. Kix is not in town.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes he's there.
Sometimes he stops by and gets run out of town by the next day. He's gone. Not a trace of him. Yeah, Mabel is very intimidating.
Well, he also has a whole scent thing going on. You know, the smell, the skunk.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He might
God.
have to leave. It might be like a legal thing, you know?
Is that why I just noticed this? Is that why Kix is a skunk because shoes stink?
I think so. I think it's shoes stink and also he stinks because he's got the skunk smell thing going.
Are they? Yeah, is Nintendo saying shoes stink, so therefore Kix must stink? Or is Nintendo saying shoes only stink because skunks sell them?
That is a good question. Maybe the shoes smell only because Kix has a skunky smell.
We have our first pun in the chat that I've noticed. Neptune saying, "Damn, that ad was so good, but spelled so SEW." Unfortunately, Neptune is a moderator, so I cannot silence their nonsense.
You're not banned, but this time.
For now.
We'll let it go.
We're going to let this slide.
All right, everyone is back in action. Menus have started to close. Red team back on their base, trying to bury lilies, and Ashley is back on the island trying to make her way back to action.
Every one of my streams has frozen.
Oh, fabulous.
Yep. I think my browser crashed.
Well, I can tell you that Jelly Crossing, Sienna Cross, they are all connecting. They're in front of they're burying flowers at their base. Everyone is burying flowers at their base. And blue team is just trying to regroup. They have a, let's see, Meg Crossing. No, who's at the base? Somebody's at their base.
I'm slowly coming back. Silly Heather Plays is at the blue base right now.
Okay, Silly Heather's at the base.
And Ashley's Cove has just gotten back to the island. So Ashley's Cove is kind of making her way over to the blue team's base. Not a lot of hustle. I think Ashley's just feeling a little bit down after what just happened. Her team stuck without her.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's got the shovel out. She's chilling.
I think I'm looking at an older I'm going to start refreshing on my end.
All right, we are planting trees out in front of the red team base again. Trees and bushes. So we're doing lots of defense in front of the red team base.
Red team doing everything they can. But have they blocked off the pipe?
Not that I can see exactly. They've tried to block off the pipe a little bit with bushes, but not enough to keep the blue team out of there. They really need to get in there with some more defense.
Yes, we do know that the red team has quite a few lilies planted all over their base. They are trying to protect them with pitfalls. I believe this strategy is only going to slow down the perpetrators for just a little bit. I would say pitfalls are a mild inconvenience at best.
Absolutely. I do think they're vulnerable. I do think they need to really block off that pipe or else they're in trouble.
Blue team, it does look like Ashley and Meg are hanging out at the base right now, but towards the front, just trying to, maybe secure a little bit, so get their defenses kind of fixed up. They're maybe testing things out to see if they can get in and out of the base. I don't have their audio on, so it is hard to know exactly what's going through their minds right now. But they are in defense mode at the very least.
It looks like red team may be trying to make their way over to blue team base just to see what's going on.
Yes, Jelly testing various pipes around the island. I do think the plan is to get back into blue base. Fortunately, though, Well, yeah. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like blue team's in a hurry to block off the pipe. Actually, now that I'm getting my bearings here. Oh, and it does look like Jelly has made it into the base. I'm seeing now on Ashley's screen the intruder is in the base, and it looks like
Oh boy, blue
Ashley
team
and
looking
Meg.
very lackadaisical, but they have done the sit strategy, which is a very good strat.
Yes, you are a brick wall when you sit down in Animal Crossing. No one can move you. But Jelly has found a way
She's
in.
found the vine. She's found the vine. She's in, and now it's a fight.
Yes, so Ashley and Meg will try to prevent Jelly from getting any further. Jelly is going to just climb right back up the vine and try to go around.
She's gonna go down the stairs.
Tire out Ashley and Meg, making just a little more progress every single time. They've sat again, Jelly going back to the vines, but did they get picked up? They have not been picked up. Ashley and Meg panicking, forgetting to pick up the vines. It's okay though. Jelly has a ladder of her own, and she is going to find her way. It looks like around the base.
I think
She
they're
has retreated.
definitely panicking now. They don't really know what to do. They are not sure what part of their base is secured. And oh, there's another invader in the base. Sienna is there.
Sienna looking like she's gonna grab some blue team flowers. Meg and Ashley cannot seem to defend the
You know what?
flowers. Yes.
Sienna grabbing bushes actually from their base. An interesting strategy.
Is she taking the bushes home?
I think so.
I think what she's I'm thinking what she's trying to do is keep them from having enough supplies to block off areas of their base. She looks to be-
Heather now in the red team base and stealing their flowers.
Oh my goodness. Heather, in the midst of all the chaos, has decided, all right,
Snuck
I'm going to get some
in.
lilies of my own. And has found one up on this cliffside here. She's found a way up to it, and the red team standing by. All Peyton can do is watch from a distance.
It is an
As-
all-out war.
And Heather leaving a pitfall where the lily once was, just
Oh,
to troll,
boy.
just for the lulls.
That hurts. That's painful.
That is taking the extra time to sabotage the red team's base and then leaving, finding a way out. Home free is Heather.
Absolutely brutal. Peyton falling victim to one of her own pitfalls in the base.
That is an easy thing to do. We will not
It
be
is.
shaming people for falling in their own pitfalls.
Sienna falling victim to the fake flower in the pergola maze, unfortunately.
Pergola maze is very intense. Now, if they know better, when in the pergola maze, contestants should be aware that pergolas take up a lot of tiles, so you can't actually plant lilies underneath them. But there are fake lilies underneath just to troll.
She has found the real one and is working her way out of there. But it is hard to find your way out of there. It's very confusing.
Yes, the pergola maze has been beefed up this time around. It was more straightforward, I would say, last time.
True. I am also very good at falling into my own pitfalls. I must add, it's very easy.
It does seem like blue and red, Ashley's Cove, on Ashley's stream right now, the red team's back in the base. They're looking to retrieve some of the lilies they have lost. Meg Games is trying to block off the pipe, but is blocking it off with pitfalls. I don't know if this strategy is going to work. I might be wrong about this, but Kay, can you
Sienna
still
is
use pipes?
in. Like, I think you can. Sienna came out of the pipe and landed in a pitfall, and she is available. Learned a recipe for a pitfall seed. Good timing. And
I
she
didn't
is
know-
in the blue team base.
I did not know that there was anyone out there who didn't have the
I
recipe.
didn't know
There you go.
either.
If she makes it to the next round, that'll come in handy.
She's in their base looking for. Wait, no. It looks like Jelly and Sienna are in the blue base, stealing
Yes.
lilies at this very moment.
Most of the red team is in the blue base, and they are taking up bushes. They're taking lilies if they can find them, and it is a concern. Blue team, I don't know if they have a single lily
They're
planted
going
in
all
their
out.
base at this time.
Taking the defenses and the lilies is a strategy I did not think of. That is brutal.
This is a brute force attack on blue team. It is hard to watch.
Ziana trying to get in the pipe at this very moment. She has made it out.
And blue team continues to use pitfalls to block their pipe. I'm very concerned about blue team's knowledge of warp pipe mechanics here.
Well, I think they have to come up with a different strategy. I think that they're going to realize that this one isn't really working for them. And I think that they really have to adopt red team strategy of more bushes, fewer pitfalls.
Yes, the red team, interestingly enough, is leaving a space. If you look on Siana's stream right now, they've left a space open so that people can still get in and out because they've left some pitfalls. They're digging them up right now, though. I believe red team is learning from the mistakes of blue team and perhaps leaving holes behind, maybe some bushes. Yep, here we go. Red team is going to block off their pipe.
There we go. Block off the pipe completely.
Yep, taking full advantage of blue team's vulnerability. And now they can just use a pipe somewhere else on the island to try and make their way into blue team's base. At which point, it's only a matter of time before they get right back in.
So red team looking very strong right now with them planting lilies right on their base, and blue team really struggling to find out some more defenses.
Yes, it does seem I'm getting the sense that blue team is in an utter panic right now.
I mean, I would be too. Frankly, when I had other teams come over to my base, Dan, I was panicking.
It is a stressful moment when somebody breaches your defenses. And I am concerned about the mental state of blue team right now. They must be in a frenzy.
It can mess with your mind a little bit, but they need to get it together and do some more defending. I think at this point, a good strategy is to go and collect some more bushes and use the same strategy as the red team.
It is true. I do think that this could be a solid victory for red team. However, there is still a lot of time left in this game. It's not over yet for the blue team. Although right now Ashley's Cove is getting attacked in the blue base. I have concerned red team back in the blue base after not a very long time away, and things are going awry.
They are just doing the most. Shock and awe.
I think red team is there to try and find some lilies, realizing, oh, we already have all their lilies.
That is scary for the blue team. I think the blue team at this point hamper up, build up the defense, and go out and find some lilies.
I do think it's in blue team's best interest at this point to either get to the red base as soon as possible or just start looking around the island for more lilies. There may be some left out there still to find.
Blue team has breached the red team's base.
Here we go.
And 2 lilies have been stolen.
There we go. Red team is getting the just desserts.
They do. They do deserve to have a couple stolen at least.
I think red team will be okay.
They got plenty.
I believe I've pushed my own internet to the limit. My browser's frozen again. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to be able to have eyes on the red team anymore from here on out. I have to close something. So I will only be watching the blue team from here on out.
That's okay. I got the red team.
Okay, that definitely helped.
Your browser said nope.
Yep. My browser pretty much just noped out of this fight.
All right, there is a lot of communication in the red team. They're working very well together.
Are you listening to the red team?
Yes.
I might turn on the blue team. I can't hear them because my speakers are just too quiet, so I'm sure they're doing just fine.
There's a lot of coordination on the red team. Not really sure what's going on in the blue team, but they appear to be doing very well together. But blue team can come back.
Blue team, it's not over yet for blue team.
Definitely not. There's room to come back.
So it does sound like the blue team is talking a bit of strategy. They are looking into different ways that they could plant bushes, things like that, to try and prevent the red team from getting in. And Silly Heather Plays is making her way back into blue base right now, where hopefully she can implement some of these strategies. Meanwhile, Meg Games is hanging out with Raymond.
Making friends with Raymond.
Yep, making friends with Raymond in the blue base. And has 2 lilies.
Well, you
on her
know what?
person.
You gotta butter up the villagers. That may be part of the strategy.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Meg is planting something. I was wondering if she was planting one of the lilies. She's planting some trees down right now.
It's the trees. Okay, Ashley's Cove stuck in the haybed maze, it seems,
The haybed base.
to try and look for a little, oh, she's digging up trees and hopefully bushes.
The haybed maze is not a fun one to be stuck in.
It is definitely not fun.
The blue team seems to be on the defensive right now. This is a concern. The blue team has lost all the lilies at their base. They do have lilies in their pockets, as you can see on the screen, but they have lost the lilies in their base. And red team is making their way back. Someone
I can
else.
see the red team is breaching. The red team is breaching.
Yes. But it's okay, red team. You won't be finding any lilies here. You can go out and try and find some out in the wild. You've already raided this base.
I think at this point we are looking at a pocket strategy for blue team. Is to keep the pockets full of lilies, and I think that's their best strat from now on until they find some better defense.
It is true. It is unfortunate still because that is but 6 lilies as a maximum they can have with this strategy. And chopping down trees, the red team is forcing their way into this base. They will not be told no, and they have made it inside the blue base yet again. And they are currently searching for lilies. It does seem like Silly Heather is trying to defend some of these lilies, or some areas where lilies could be. It's interesting that she is pushing so hard to try and get the red teammate out of the base when there might be nothing there to save.
It is very scary when the opposing team is on the base and you sometimes forget exactly how to use the emotes to sit. So I'm hoping that blue team does do a sit strategy.
Oh boy, red team coming in to weaken the defenses.
Raymond
of
in the blue team base
Raymond,
now.
Yeah, Raymond is just living in the blue base from here on out. But yes, it looks like red team will continue to troll blue team and thin out their defenses at every single turn. And this is definitely a problem for blue team right now.
This is absolutely brutal.
Silly Heather is trying her best to get red team to just leave us alone.
Ashley has entered a pipe.
Oh, Pergola Maze. This is right behind the red base on
Oh, boy.
Ashley Cove's screen right now. Interesting.
Peyton's screaming that she has heard intel that they are planning blue team is planning on raiding.
So these two teams are implementing spy tactics to try and thwart their enemies. This is very interesting. This is not something I was bold enough to do when I was doing the Lost Race myself. But what I'm accusing both teams of doing is listening to the streams of the other teams.
I definitely think they have spies.
Anything goes in the Lost Race as long as you only have 2 lilies in your pockets.
That's right. Everything is
goes.
legal.
Everything.
Nothing's off limits.
Yep.
All right, red team has a lot of lilies on their base right now.
Oh, do they really?
They do.
How many would you say if you had to guesstimate?
It looks like at least I can see, like, on my screen now, I can see at least 4 on just one screen.
Oh my
It
word.
could be more. Actually, I see 6.
By the way, Trongy, a quick way to catch up a live stream is just when you have your cursor on, just click live, and that'll instantly catch it up to real time. So blue team, I'm seeing Silly Heather's. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm seeing Silly Heather's screen right now, and I think yes, she's planting the lilies that were in her pockets. The blue team feeling confident again in their defenses.
I feel like this is a questionable strategy. Are they blocked off, blue team?
I don't think blue team has blocked themselves in. I do think they've replanted what has been lost, but only in terms of the decorative foliage around the base. It does not seem they've used the foliage to any strategic advantage. I'm not seeing the logic in it. I could be wrong, but it does seem like they just want to make sure their base looks the way it did when they found it.
If I were them, I'd be scared to plant those flowers unless my pipe was completely blocked off.
You gotta block off the warp pipe. It is a huge vulnerability right now. The red team continues to have theirs blocked off, and I think they will going well into the future. They, at this point, can be very comfortable because they have way more lilies than the blue team has, and they can keep their defenses really, really strong at their own inconvenience. It is harder to maneuver around your own base when you increase your defenses, but that is okay when you are this far in the lead.
Yes, and red team still being very aggressive. They really need to protect their lilies over on the blue team.
It does seem that there's at least 2 people on the blue team's base at any given time. As I'm looking through the streams, Meg Games kind of hanging out next to the 2 lilies they have planted, blocking them with her own body.
Tiana just buried some food. I'm not really sure why.
Oh, Mo, we have Ashley's Cove busting into red team's base and starting to thin out their warp pipe defenses. This
Oh, boy.
is an unprecedented move by blue team.
Oh my goodness.
Who up to this point has been playing pretty carefully when it comes to hanging out by red team's base, but now the defenses are being thinned out. That warp pipe is exposed, and
All right, Ashley is in. Ashley is in, and she is taking lilies.
Ashley is pocketing at least 2 lilies.
Red team has been alerted.
Red team trying to save them, and they just cannot. Will they block? Oh, interesting.
Peyton in a pitfall.
Ashley's pockets are full, and now in a panic, she realizes I have too many things, and
Oh
is going to
my
plant
goodness.
down some white mums to replace the lilies.
She buried a mom.
She buried the mums, not even like planted them like a normal flower. Ashley is going to make her escape now with
It
2
is absolute
lilies.
chaos on the red camp right now, with the defenses also being taken. Meg Crossing is there.
Meg and is Heather as well at the red team base now. They are deciding to reclaim what is rightfully theirs, and they're also stealing the defenses. This is an interesting turn of events. I was just talking about how much in the lead red team was, and they had better hope that the pockets are very full from the blue team in terms of lilies, because
There
this
is
could be
straight out
huge
war in the red camp right now, with yelling and screaming and pushing of characters.
listening to the blue streams. They're just kind of laughing. They're
is
very
wild.
chill right now. They're very much enjoying themselves. Where it does seem, I'm not hearing what the red team is saying, but it does look like they're screaming just by what I'm
It's
seeing
very
now
chaotic.
on Heather's screen. All of them pushing her into pitfalls. It is a mess.
Red team look to be falling apart right now. Not really sure what to do. If they can get it together, they can get their lead back. I'm not really sure how many were taken, but I definitely think some lilies were taken by the blue team.
Meanwhile,
Blue
Meg
team's
Games,
still in there.
Meg Games back at the blue base is looking to perhaps secure the pipe, digging up the pitfalls around the pipe. And I do think that is to replace them with bushes. I hope
think
for
that's
their
a good
sake.
strategy. Yes, I
Yes.
think that's a good strategy.
The red team's very distracted by silly Heather in the base, still digging up whatever she can.
It's a very good distraction.
They are all watching and waiting for Heather to get bored and go home.
Heather now chopping down trees. She's chopping down all the trees.
Red team, the karma has come for red team.
Red team is panicking.
It is a nightmare over at the red base. Heather is not falling into pitfall because that is a mum, as you remember, if you're watching Heather's screen right now. Bye-bye orange tree. Bye-bye pine tree.
The trees and the fruits are everywhere. It is chaos. Wood piles.
And the trees are being replanted in real time. It's not enough. Heather will not rest until these trees are all dead.
It is a mess over on the red team's camp right now.
The entire red team trying to just get Heather out of the base. Heather taking her time and just chopping away at some trees, while the blue team continues in the blue base to beef up defenses. They are now onto the strategy of blocking off the pipe with bushes to make sure nobody can get in or out through the pipe.
This is a blue team comeback.
Heather is trolling the red team in chat by saying, hey, and continuing to chop down trees.
Heather stealing shrubs from the red team.
They need them. They don't have a lot of shrubs right now, and it is causing red team a lot of headache because it looks like they're almost done on the blue side, blocking off that warp pipe. They are going full force. They're going to steal as many lilies as they can, and it does seem like Heather is now taking more shrubs, perhaps making an escape here.
I think she's gonna make her mistake here. She is appearing. She's trying to axe the red team. It is absolute chaos over in the red team's camp right now. There are people in pitfalls. There are axes. There are oranges and coconuts everywhere. It is wild.
Yes, the equivalent of blood everywhere is in the Lost Race is coconuts and dead flowers and tree stumps.
Heather is now still collected shrubs in the front of the camp. Her pocket is full.
Now, Meg is continuing to block off this warp pipe, and what's interesting here is Meg is just looking for any shrubs she can. She's pulling shrubs from the top of the cliff, or at least pitfalls. I'm worried that shrubs are next, and here's the problem. If you take the shrubs away from the ladder points on your cliff, they can still get in from the outside. So you have to be very, very smart. Yes, you're very smart about making sure there's always shrubs on the corners and the edges of your island where someone could use a ladder.
Absolutely. The only way to block them off is to have the shrubs at all of the jump points and all of the climbing points.
Or at least a hole.
At least a hole.
Yes, that is one thing. If you are out of shrubs, you can use holes in some cases. I think the warp pipe, the holes would just act as pitfalls.
Right. I don't think they would just fall into it and then it would be like you're struggling for a second and then it's done. Wow, that was a lot of chaos. Looks like things have settled down over on the red team camp, but they're trying to regroup.
Yes, we have 75 of you watching the stream and only 72 likes.
I don't math.
3 of you holding out. I don't know what's going on there.
What's going on with that?
If you are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to Trongi's channel. Trongi has put all of this together. It's obvious that this has taken many, many hours to construct. And, thank you, Trongi. Thank you for putting all this together.
You can't build this in 10 minutes?
No. I couldn't build this in 10 years.
Neither could I.
Just look at my gold core island that's still not done after over a year and a half of working on it.
I don't think I've ever finished a single island.
I did finish my island until I decided to unfinish it and start working on it again.
Ooh.
Still trees going down the red base, by the way. Heather is not resting. Heather is not resting.
Heather's still there.
Yeah, I thought Heather was long gone, and I was reminiscing about the good times, but no.
Causing a ruckus.
Heather's still doing the work, and the red team's base is unrecognizable.
It looks like a war zone.
She thought about leaving through the pipe and said, "Nah, I'm not done yet. My work here is
just
not
hanging
yet."
around and causing chaos.
Yep. Every time she kind of goes to a section, the red team takes a breather, and then she walks right back into the base and continues destruction.
I think this is a good strategy. She's dug up the mum, but her pockets are full.
As Ashley and Meg continue to beef up defenses in their base, I'm noticing what they're doing. They trade off every few minutes. Meg is sitting on the 2 lilies they've planted in their base. Ashley is starting to put defenses down, blocking off those ladder points. And that's really good news for their defenses. It seems like Meg's just hanging out, making sure she can use her body to protect the 3 lilies planted in the blue base.
It looks like blue team making a strong comeback. Red team panicking just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. The red team's in a bit of a tizzy right now, as they say. I think Heather has finally decided to give the red team a break.
She's out of there.
Is running back, perhaps to the blue base, or perhaps just taking a lap, and she may just go right back in. We'll see.
Peyton now in the haybed maze.
So the red team getting back out there.
Yes, and she has found a warp pipe.
Blue team is starting to feel comfortable planting some lilies. Now, here's the problem. And it looks like
Not the best timing because I think the red team is on their way there.
Yep, Heather is making her way into the base. Blue team's reuniting, but they're all staying way too close together. Somebody needs to be watching the other sides of their base. Although it's hard to get in the pipe now, there are still ways inside this base.
Yes, absolutely. Defense is paramount.
They absolutely need to be watching the front of the base where the arches are. They need to be watching the right side of the base just in case. You can block that off pretty effectively, but still should make your way over there every so often.
I feel especially the front of the base, especially vulnerable.
The front of the base is one area that we completely took for granted in our time doing this, and I think the red team is about to take full advantage. We're just moments away, I think, from a red team invasion.
Uh-oh, there's talk of frozenness.
Yeah, I'm noticing Ashley's stream. I kind of it froze on me for a bit, and I tried to refresh, and I'm stuck. Now I've frozen on an ad on Ashley's stream.
Ashley's frozen, and uh-oh, quietly left. I think that was Ashley.
Second disconnect of the night for Ashley game, or Ashley's Cove. And Twitch is loving it. They're playing as many ads for me as they possibly can, while Ashley's having internet troubles.
That is what Twitch is for. They are good at playing those ads.
Speaking of ads, tonight's race is brought to you by Harv's Island. Harv's Island, when you need to get away, but you don't feel like doing any happy home designing.
That's right. Visit Katrina while you're there.
Yep, get that fortune red.
Possibly fall in your face.
Mm-hmm. Possibly get cursed with bad luck, which you would not have otherwise had. And pay
I
for
haven't
the
talked
privilege.
to Katrina since New Leaf, I don't think. I refuse.
I was talking to Katrina pretty much every day, and I have almost all the Zodiac figurines now, and I've kind of stopped talking to her every day.
Says I'll talk to her for the first time.
My dailies have definitely slowed down a little bit.
Oh, first bot in chat killed by one of the 1,000 mods. Thank you so much.
Mods, I'm disappointed. I was able to read what that bot said, and I was expecting you to be just a little bit faster on that one.
Gotta get on it. Stay on it.
But good job. You still did good. I want to thank whichever mod out of the 100 of you did that.
All right, Ashley making her way back onto the island at Orville right now.
It seemed like our other racers are getting pushed out of Trongi's airport and trying to get their bearings. Silly Heather having one flower in her inventory that I just spotted. And it looks like Jelly is already just trying to make her way, it looks like, into blue base.
It is taking a long time to make their way back to the base, get their bearings, because it is a very confusing map.
Yes, it is a concern right now. It does, oh boy, it does seem, and I know I'm watching on a delay here, but Jelly has found her way into the blue base, which was
Jelly
not...
has invaded, and there's no one there.
It's not very effectively blocked off. It is unfortunate.
And she's all alone there.
She's all alone, and she's noticing just how many defenses are down at blue base. Collecting intel. I can't tell if she has... Can you tell if she has lilies on her?
I don't think so.
It looks like 0. Yeah, it is 0 lilies. So she's not walking with any lilies right now. I'm kind of curious as to why she chose not to grab any lilies.
Maybe there are none.
The blue team is definitely planting some. Maybe she just didn't. She didn't look on the other side, I think is what happened.
She didn't find them.
Yes, it does seem that Meg and Heather have realized that none of their lilies have been taken, or maybe one has. I thought there were 3 there earlier. It's hard to keep track. And
Raymond now coming to hang out with the blue team again.
Raymond would like to, make his way back into the blue base. I think Jelly is going to climb the stairs and see that the warp pipe is exposed. It is a concern. I'm seeing that blue team's base has been rolled back, I think.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah, there's nothing planted there.
Yeah,
They need to build up that defense.
A lot more work had been done on their defenses. And since this disconnect, it does seem that a lot of progress has been lost.
Meg talking to Raymond again, making friends. We love it.
I think what's happened is that the red team, they may find they have all of their lilies back at their base.
All right, Ashley Cove making their way back onto the island.
Me switching to a different browser.
Oh,
I'm just so tired of it crashing. So let me know how it goes. I will be a minute.
so far we're just watching watching loading screens because Ashley's on her way back. Oh boy.
Is that something you want us to announce?
Is your computer having a crisis? Oh, interesting.
It's all the sweat in your keyboard.
Yeah. Oh.
So the scores you're seeing on the screen right now are
old
not
scores.
accurate. They are old scores. Trongy is not able to update those at this time.
Love a good bit of chaos, though.
My cameras are finally reloading, which is good. I'm going to start moving things over to a different browser so that I can commentate on the race without oh, you know what? No, I'm not. Never mind. Don't worry about me. I'll just keep struggling with my current browser.
All right, everyone is making their way back on to, well, Ashley's making her way back onto the island. Everyone's looking at loading screens. And everyone gets sent back to the airport as well. Nope, they're still they're still where they were when the loading screen started. So Peyton is planting a Lily of the Valley on the base. They're planting all of their flowers, and we are working on beefing up the security at the red team's base. She's the only one with an open game right now. Her and Ashley.
Oh, wow. So does it appear that red team has their lilies back?
Red team may have the lilies back, but I think they did steal some.
Okay, interesting. It does feel like there was a rollback based on how the state of the blue team's base when we did get back that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Meg Games is back up and running.
All right,
Ashley's
everyone's
back and running. Yep, Heather's back up and running. Heather's going to redo some of the defenses now around the warp pipe at the blue base. They're
Red
just
team
going to
now
back at it.
in blue team. Now in blue team's base. And is cutting down trees as well.
Oh my goodness.
It is chaos.
The tables have turned yet again, and red team invades the blue team now.
And Raymond just watching it all.
Raymond may be of use here, actually, because you noticed earlier the blue team was struggling to get around him without accidentally talking to him. This
That's
may
true.
be the case for red team.
That's true. Could be an advantage.
The red team going straight for the lilies.
Red
and
team is there now. We have 2 members there.
it does seem that Meg will block the red team with her entire body from stealing the lilies that are planted in the base. Blue team is looking rather concerned because red team is going to try and bust in there as blue team did to them and
Peyton
start
is
wrecking
taking
everything.
their shrubs away from the pipe.
I do see that, yes, they are trying their hardest to get into this base in different streams I'm looking at. But yeah, 2 red team members now. Gosh, these delays. I'm going to keep working on that on my end.
Strategy is absolutely amazing. So Peyton is there taking away shrubs from the blue team's pipe area so that they have to either replant them or come up with some other defense.
This is a concern. Blue team's base looking kind of like red team's did not that long ago.
That's true. That's true. And Peyton now looking for hidden lilies apparently behind the blue team base.
Heather is trying to use projectiles to get the red team out of the base. They are not working.
Projectiles? Are there projectiles in Animal Crossing?
Yeah, confetti poppers. It's you know, they're definitely at least loud.
That's true. They will stop you from getting a bee sting.
Yes, they're mildly helpful for yeah, PvE elements. But in this PvP scenario, interesting. Heather is planting the 2 lilies in her inventory during an invasion.
Interesting. I wonder what that strategy is all about.
Maybe the invasion's over And I think the red team is left. I'm mistaken. I think the invasion is over. Their front door is wide open, though. Heather is noticing this now and maybe considering some work on the front door to keep people out.
Now working on beefing up the red team's defense around their pipe.
Blue team planting a third lily in their base right now, courtesy of Meg Games.
Peyton's still trying to steal from the blue team. Attempting, but they're doing a sit strategy. She may get one. She may get one. She just missed the dig point. Oh, and the blue team is standing on the lily. She is out of luck.
Yes, blocking the lilies with their bodies. Now, I did notice on the right side of their base, they did plant some lilies. I'm concerned for the safety of those lilies.
I wonder how long Peyton will stay there and try to get those lilies.
Actually, Ashley is blocking those lilies. I think the blue team, because they don't have a lot right now, they're able to just kind of sit down and wait the red team out here.
See how long Peyton persists.
Yes, the red team is bound to take advantage of this distraction and start chopping through some defenses. It's just a matter of time.
Peyton says she is going to stay. She's going to persist. That will get in their heads a little bit. Oh my goodness.
There are only 15 minutes remaining in this game.
15 minutes remaining.
This is really good news, I think, for the red team. They did get their lilies back, and they're still trying to steal some from the blue team, but the blue team is unable to move right now because they need to protect what they have.
I think this is a good strategy for the red team. If I were the red team, I would just wait them out as well, they can't move. Red team is digging up flowers from their base. Interesting strat.
Their own base?
Yes. I think they are doing a pocket strategy in case they get stolen and will probably replant close to the end of the race.
It does seem that, Peyton is not going anywhere. Still hanging out at the blue base, just kind of monitoring their actions, waiting for someone to get up. This could be a very long 15 minutes.
It could be. Peyton has been blocked out by the blue team using the sit strategy.
Blue team getting up now. Meg Games thinking about sitting back down.
Peyton says she's pretending like she's leaving. I did see someone from the blue team just run by.
Heather is testing out their defenses. Their full body defenses. She cannot dig up the flowers, so she's feeling safe, and now she's going to try and start to maybe rebuild the defenses, at least for their sake. I hope so. She's noticed maybe that the red team is lurking in the forest and walks right by. I'm not concerned about that. I'm headed to your base. See you later.
Oh boy. An invasion by the blue team would be problematic right now.
Yes, the red team is about to get invaded. I'm watching Heather right now make her way over to the red base. It is very clear what's happening right now.
Jelly needs to hurry up.
There is nothing.
On her defense.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's nothing that red team can do to, or blue team. I'm confused now. There's nothing.
Here comes the blue team. Here comes the blue team.
Yep, blue team.
They're on their way right now.
I'm seeing Heather enter the red base right now. She's looking for an entrance anyway. That's pretty effectively blocked off here.
Not sure what Jelly's doing. Let's bury those bushes by the pipe.
The warp pipe is opened at the red team. If Heather wanted to, she could go into the pergola maze and use the pipe in there to try and get in.
Absolutely. We have to defend.
Heather is going to waltz right into the red base, though.
Oh, Heather is there.
And she's looking to grab some lilies, and she has. She didn't even look. She just assumed there were lilies there, and that assumption paid off.
Wow.
Saved a lot of time not having to check, and now Heather is being blocked in by the red team. They're not going to let her go here.
Heather is looking for more flowers. I think she will find them.
She's trying to anyway. She's picked up a tree and managed to find her way out. Those turnips came in clutch. Now she's going to lurk around the base. She has 2 lilies, though.
She's leaving via the pipe.
You are ahead of me. Oh. I'm going to refresh it again. Yep. I think Has she left for you yet? It does look like she's finally leaving for me.
She is gone.
Okay.
And she's taunting them. She said, "Thank you, LOL."
A bold move. So Heather is on the run. She's found an escape route, and she's trying to make her way to a warp pipe that's going to bring her closer to her own base.
This is very, very close. Absolutely exciting. Raymond is enjoying his time at the blue base.
It looks like some red team is also enjoying their red team members enjoying their time at the blue base. Oh wow, interesting move by the red team. They're blocking off the blue team's base now to keep Heather from planting the lilies.
Interesting strategy.
Red team has decided we're just going to take over blue base now.
So red team has invaded the blue base and has taken over.
It's now their base. It's red base 2.
Interesting strategy. Because I don't think you can dig from the stairs, can you?
You know what? I did not consider that, but you're absolutely right. I do not think while you're standing up on the stairs that you can dig down into those shrubs. I actually think that blockade will keep people out.
Very effective. What a twist.
Red team not only stayed, they have overstayed their welcome at blue base. They've trapped Raymond, which I think is the biggest crime here.
Free Raymond. Hashtag free Raymond.
Hashtag free Raymond in the chat, everybody. Raymond is the real victim of this nightmare.
Raymond didn't. What did Raymond do to deserve this? He was just on a stroll.
Raymond was just taking a walk.
Yeah. It's his island.
We need a Raymond cam. Chongi, can you follow Raymond around, please?
He's a true king.
Raymond's showing off how fun it is. Raymond's showing off how fun it is to walk around. The blue team, Ashley and Meg, they do remember walking fondly, I think, at this point. All they can do now is sit on their lilies to make sure they at least have some points by the end of this match.
Just a defensive strategy, I think, is very wise.
Free Raymond's pouring into chat right now. We're about to cancel the red team for trapping Raymond, I think.
Is it cancelable?
This is a cancelable offense. I have the book on cancelable offenses, and trapping Raymond is specifically listed.
Raymond is my comfort villager.
I have a feeling the red team feels the same, and that's why they're keeping him there. Oh, Heather, trying to make her way back into her own base. Will she have to chop down her own trees and blow through her own defenses to get in?
Blue is back at their base. Blue team are moving trees from their base. It's all-out war.
They have to get into their own base somehow. Heather is trying, and red team is looking to block this effort. The concern now is, can Heather plant these 2 lilies and have Meg sit upon them before the red team could just scoop them right back up?
I don't know about that. I think the red team is looking very aggressive right now.
It is.
Peyton's frozen right now in a shovel spinning position.
It is,
and she's released.
It's not looking good. I'm not sure at this point where things stand because of all the invasions that have happened during this match.
There appears to be some tough connection issues. So there are 2 blue team members sitting guarding lilies, and one
Meg is
doing
up.
Something. Oh, she's digging up the bushes.
Meg's planting a 4th lily that she will sit upon to try, and it's not letting her plant it. That must be very, very nerve-wracking. While just behind her is an invasion, and oh boy, this is gonna get sticky.
I feel that the last 5 minutes of this are going to be extremely chaotic.
Yes, we are already seeing that play out. This is a mess right now. Meg did choose, by the way, to sit back down, keep the lilies in her pockets for now. Only 7 minutes left in this round. This is really making me nervous for the blue team right now.
Crossing has almost full pockets. I've never seen so many full pockets on my screen.
That is going to make it very tough to plant things down, to pick things up. It's it's very hard to work in a game like this when your pockets are completely full.
All right, there seems to be a lot of chaos over on the blue camp. We've got Heather there trying to defend. We got Meg trying to defend. But we got the red team invading.
It's making me so nervous. This is a nail biter right now.
It's definitely a nail biter.
They're really silly. Heather is really hoping that the red team just gives up and finally leaves, trying to troll with pitfalls, anything she can do to tire them out. It's not working. Red team has made themselves a home in blue base, and this is going to end pretty badly, I think, if they cannot plant their lilies before this timer runs out.
Very persistent, very persistent.
Meg Games and Ashley staying pretty strong here, though. They're going to sit on their lilies. They're going to be patient, and they're going to let Heather try to, save everything here to salvage this.
Sienna with 2 lilies in pocket. I'm waiting for other members of the red team to open up their inventory so I can see. Jelly, I didn't get to look. Peyton, I think, has 0 as well. I think they're looking for lilies. So Sienna over at the red team planting. Uh-oh, Peyton just got one. Peyton just got a lily from the blue team, and she is very excited.
Oh my gosh. It seems that the sitting strategy has failed the blue team here. They did not quite sit on the right tile.
It is tough. It is tough to guard them completely. Just one little pixel off can mean your lily is not protected.
Will Peyton decide to go back to her home base to plant this lily, or perhaps will she drop it off for one of her teammates to come pick up?
That is an interesting question, as she is absolutely trying to steal the other one.
And now the entire blue team is forced to hang out upon their lilies. They're trying. It looks like Heather is going to plant the 2 lilies now, and Peyton's going to try and run in and get them, but they will sit.
Peyton is really, really trying to get that last lily. She has dug up a pitfall. It is the last 4 minutes of the game. This is very hectic.
Last 4 minutes, and I'm worried. I'm worried here. I think red team's probably got this. If I have to be honest, they've been cruising along since that last big reset, and
it is looking good for red team. But I feel like blue team had some good comeback.
They did. They very much did. And I think if the entire blue team was able to empty their pockets in terms of lilies, the score might be favorable to them. I don't know if they'll win, but they could, have a good showing here. I think the red team may have this, but I have not seen their base in some time.
Neither have I. Peyton really trying hard to steal lilies.
That really highlights the last several minutes of this game too, doesn't it? You have the red team just constantly out and about while the blue team is forced to be on the defense.
Heather trolling with what you doing, Peyton, on the screen in the chat. Heather also saying having fun. Trying to get into each other's heads. I like that strategy.
It does appear that it's hard to see right now because no one's looking where I need them to, but the red base is populated right now. I'm seeing a lily or 2 here and there. They're just out. The lilies are just hanging out at red base. They're not being sat on. They're not really hidden behind much stuff.
They feel confident. And I think Jelly Crossing out looking for wild lilies at this point as well.
I do think that if I was the red team, that's what I would be doing as well. But the blue teams, they've got to figure something out here. There's only 3 minutes left, and things are just looking really bad right now for them. I'm concerned, blue team.
Unless they can get up and move, they can't defend, and they can't go over to the red team and steal.
Now, these last couple minutes are brought to you by Nook's Cranny. When you're looking for furniture for your house, Nook's Cranny is not the only option you have, but it is certainly the only option with hardly any furniture in it. Nook's Cranny. Stop by today.
They have wrapping paper.
They do have wrapping paper.
And DIY recipes you already have.
Peyton is Peyton leaving? Is Peyton deciding to leave?
Is burying bushes at blue team camp, which is confusing, and trees.
I think Peyton has gone up on the hill and started removing bushes from the blue team's warp pipe.
Oh, interesting.
So now cutting down their defenses even further. At this point, with only less than 2 minutes left, the red team's just being mean now.
They are.
They can't get the last lilies of the blue team, and they are just going to destroy the blue team's base at this point. We are almost ready for the count now. We're going to be getting in soon.
True, we have 1 minute left, just about.
Yep, that last minute.
For some reason, Peyton is removing bushes from their. Oh, they need to plant in the last minute.
Oh yes, the red team's going to need to
plant.
make it back home if they have lilies in their pockets.
Peyton has one in her pocket. She has entered the warp pipe.
Peyton is leaving to go plant, but leaving a red team member behind. I'm seeing on Ashley's screen right now.
She did not come out into the warp pipe. She came out somewhere else. So she needs to get back in that pipe.
The time is ticking now.
Another wrong pipe.
Peyton is going to need to get into that base before the time runs out to plant these lilies.
That's right. And red team's stairs are really blocked off. Sienna trying to open a space for Peyton to come in. Peyton's still at. She came back to blue team by accident in the pipe. Another wrong pipe. She might not get to plant before the time's up.
Even without being able to plant, they may still have this, but let's see.
Time's up. Time is up.
Did Peyton get to plant?
Peyton
before
still
the
has
clock ran down?
one lily in her pockets.
So there you have it. Next up, we are going to count the lilies in both bases and determine our winner of this round for the Lost Race. If you've been enjoying tonight's broadcast, be sure to hit that like button.
That's right.
And subscribe to the channel. And our contestants. And K Games, please.
It looks. I feel like red team has a good chance to come out on top here.
The commentators.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you for setting this up.
Sorry, I'm on a delay at the moment.
This has been really chaotic.
It does seem that the blue team has taken their lilies and kind of put them out now, so they can be a little bit easier to count.
To find.
Yep. And the red team has probably also done the same. It looks like someone's still at the blue base. Is that battle over? It doesn't seem like
at the blue base, just hanging out. Oh, she's back in the pipe.
Okay. So we are waiting now on the results. Trongy will be going into, I believe, the red team first and counting their lilies.
No matter the outcome, I think a good game was played by all.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Game. Excellent game. Super fun to watch. Both of these teams, I mean, that got heated.
That got intense.
The lead swapped dramatically throughout this bout. When one team was in the lead, they were not just in the lead, they were very, very far in the lead.
That's right. Very aggressive. Churong now in the red team camp.
Now. I think red has 10.
We're hearing that red team looks like they have 10 lilies planted in their base.
10 is a good number. Is it enough to win? We'll find out.
You know, by our count here, it looks like the blue team may have more than I was anticipating.
It's not over till it's over.
There's still a chance. There's still a chance for blue team here. Strongy, are we going to get... What?
What happens if it's a tie?
Oh, I thought you were saying it was a tie. That's a great question.
Oh,
Strongy, what happens? There's a tiebreaker.
There is actually a tiebreaker.
So there could be a tiebreaker.
That little mini game I let you all in to do in the beginning is the what you call it? The sumo wrestling ring.
Okay. By the way, can everybody hear you or just us?
I think they can hear me. Sorry, my keyboard broke, my mouse broke, my headphones broke.
Oh my gosh. Well, they can hear you. I did just check. Okay. So this should be very interesting then, if it does turn out to be a tie. It does look like there's a small chance of that.
If there's a tiebreaker, this will be one of the most exciting things I've ever seen. Team is counting 11 for their own base.
So Trongy, will this be going on again next weekend as well?
Actually, Friday.
Friday. Okay. Friday at noon?
It's a British episode. Need to be early for the British folks.
So that's right, because they're ahead like 6-7 hours.
So Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern for the next round. Am I getting that right?
Yes.
Perfect. 12 p.m. Eastern Friday, everybody. Please do be sure to join us for the next Lost race. We're not done yet, though. We need to figure out who the heck won this round.
That's right. Still waiting on counts for the blue team.
Heather, really glad that she brought those poppers now.
Poppers.
Yeah.
Does blue have fewer flowers than red?
That's what we've been noticing.
I think it's off by one. There's 5 on the left side for blue. On the right side, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing on the cliffs.
Heather really taking advantage of the poppers.
Oh, fell in a pitfall. I'm pulling a Dan right now. Oh,
Hey.
okay, you missed it last week. Dan fell into so many pitfalls.
Yeah, I got that. You know how in Mario Party, when you do one thing a lot and they give you those pity stars at the end? I would have gotten the one for most pitfalls.
Yeah. I always count on those stars at the end to win because, you know, it's leave it up to me to do something stupid and win, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Those stars can definitely help. I played a round recently, though, where the person who had already won handedly got all the pity stars, too.
Oh, no.
It was very frustrating.
That is super frustrating. It looks like a red team victory by 1 point.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
After all that, yep, 10 red, 9 blue.
With a lily in a pocket of a red team player.
Wow, they had one in their pockets? Oh, yeah, you're right. They did. Oh, man.
So it looks like the Powerpuff Girls strategy was a good one. Good game, everyone.
Everyone did excellent. Super fun to watch. Congratulations to the red team taking home the victory.
Congratulations.
They will be moving on to the next round in the bracket. But they will not be the next team you see playing, because on Friday, 2 more teams will take the stage.
That's right.
And Trongy, the technical difficulties persist. Trongy's mouse has died, and he cannot end this live stream, and we are trapped
The
here.
mouse is dead now, too?
The keyboard, the mouse, everything on Trongy's end has fallen apart, and we have now been... well, we get to take over. Similar to how blue team was taken over by the red team, we now get to take over Trongy's channel.
Okay.
So welcome to our new Animal Crossing podcast. It's called No Updates. Kay, since the last update, how have you been feeling?
I've been, just doing a lot of decorating and HHP, since the no updates. I still don't have all the DIYs, so I don't know how that's a thing.
That is very frustrating. I also do not have all the DIYs.
What is that all about? I keep going to the HHP restaurant every day to get a new culinary DIY, and my chef Tabby just keeps giving me the same things.
It does seem like firing Tabby is the only move you have next.
I don't know if I have the heart to do that.
I think you don't have a choice, though. If you want those recipes, Tabby's not the one to go to.
Who is a good chef? Who's going to give me all the good DIYs?
Zucker is a dedicated chef. Zucker loves food, is a squid, and if things in the supply chain can persist, Zucker can always, slice off a little bit of his arm or something, throw it in a stew. Always have food in the restaurant for the customers. Zucker's very dedicated.
Does the tentacle grow back?
Not a question we really ask,
Okay.
We don't worry about it too much.
Because I thought, if so, what an excellent strategy.
Yeah, it is. I hope it does for Zucker's sake.
That's true.
Hey, as long as there's calamari.
Does he really need 8 tentacles?
I don't.
I
think
almost
so.
said something else.
Does anybody?
No. All right, everyone has been kicked off of the island.
Red team's going to celebrate their victory. Trongy's going to shut off he's going to go to circuit breaker, shut off the stream. Trongy, computers, they typically do have power buttons. You can always use that.
That's true. That's true. Always
Yep.
hit the power button.
Yep.
That could also shut the stream down.
And before he does, I'll just let everybody know, Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, be back here for the next round of the Lost Race.
European battle.
Yes, the European battle. And whenever Trongy ends the stream, we'll see you around.
That's right. Everybody wants to. Some people want to be unmodded.
That's weird.
Why would you want to be unmodded?
We're taking over Trongy's channel. I mean, you have the mod powers, we have the mic.
Yeah,
What could go wrong?
it's all good.
We should just sit here do a 24-hour stream where we
We'll do
stream
it.
other people's streams.
Yeah, and we could do just a commentary, and they could decorate, terraform. We'll talk about it.
And why not?
Absolutely. Ziana and Peyton Crossing now back on their islands, celebrating.
Seeing Ashley's island is pretty much empty.
Yeah, there's a lot of emptiness going on.
They're asking if you got to eat your pizza.
I did get to eat my pizza. It's very good. It's very good.
Roast islands together. Are you implying that I would roast an island?
I don't know if I would do that.
I would never do that. That'd be rude.
It is winter on Peyton's Island, which is interesting.
Ashley's island is partially decorated. I'm seeing a beach now. It looks really nice.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at that too. Nice. Now we're doing island critiques. There is a mannequin, like one of those, like Annie, Are You Okay dolls on the beach, on a beach towel. Can you put things on the beach towel?
I think that was a design towel, wasn't it? Or was it an actual beach towel?
I'm not sure.
So we're gonna send you all to Peyton's live stream.
She just hit 4K.
She just hit 4K. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna send you all to Peyton's Corner. I don't have the link to Peyton's Corner. I don't know if someone wants to spam chat with Peyton's link. But we're all gonna raid Peyton's
Don't have
Corner.
mod powers, but you all do. So put that in the chat.
Yep. One of the winners on the red team, Peyton's Corner. There we go. We got Brings Bang coming in with the link.
Nice. Thanks so much.
Please enjoy, everybody. Have fun.
Ziana has ended. So we're all going over to Peyton's Corner to say hello.
Ryan is also spamming the link.
Nice. Thank you very much.
And we're waiting for word here. And we're going to have the stream shut off. Awesome. Enjoy, everybody.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to like on the way out.
See you later.
Bye.